All right, hey guys, I'm gonna take you with me on today's project. My body's tired. Oh, Rusty's on the run. But we are gonna do a little makeover here in the back area, and I'm gonna extend this rock garden. So I'm gonna take you with me. First, we're gonna patina some metal planters, and then we are going to get started. So I'll explain everything that we're gonna do today, and can we get it all done in this video? I don't know. Guess you're going to have to stay tuned to find out. All right, task of the day, patina these metal planters. So I'm gonna have to do a whole bunch of rounds. It's not gonna be perfect by the end of the day. The thought process is to get them patinaed enough that they fit into the landscape and then nature can do the rest. So I've taken a solution of 16 ounces of hydrogen peroxide, 2 ounces of vinegar, and a half a tablespoon of salt. And so we're gonna get started and turn these from gray to a beautiful patina. Let's get started. All right, so let's explain the chaos that I'd like to try to do in one day. So in the back here, I have a rock garden. Love it. A little more maintenance, a little more weeding has to be done. But I'd like to be able to access the house for things like maintenance, touch-ups, things like that. Over here, that abruptly ends. And so the thought process is to kind of take from here over and kind of mimic the curve. And so I'm going to curve the same as the flower bed and start at this point here and kind of curve around, taking the sod out. And then I'm going to go the width of my storage container all the way down the length of the house and the patio. Remove sod where I need to, put down gravel, and then beach pebble, and then over the years add in some cool rocks and planters, things like that, so that this whole area will end up being a rock bed. As you can see, neighbors are mowing the lawn, which is great. Everybody's out enjoying a nice cool Sunday. So I'll take you guys with me. So we're gonna remove the sod, and then I'm going to put cardboard down in some areas, add gravel, add mixed beach pebble. So those are like those middle medium-sized rocks that you see in here. And then we're gonna add the 2 patinaed planters here to mimic. This Hugo pine is gonna get planted, and then I'll plant up the other 2 pots to be in line with those. All in a good day's work, hey? All right, let's get to it. So, main ditch is done. I weed whacked without you guys. And I also knocked down the high spots. So the next portion is I'm gonna lay some cardboard down in some of the trouble areas. And then I'm gonna put gravel on top and then the beach pebbles. Now these rock gardens get treated with a vinegar, dish soap, and salt every other day, so I keep on top of the weeds. So I'm not too worried about suppressing the grass. The cardboard will be just fine for that. So I'm going to start laying it down just in the areas that I need to, and we'll get that watered in and staked down, and then we'll start to shovel the gravel. Thrilling activities here today, folks. Starting to get a really cool patina. I've gone over them about 7 times. I'll probably go over another 3 or 4. So let's watch it in real time here. So after you start to patina it, you can really start to let some of the swirls go if you like the swirl action. If you don't like the swirl action, you can spray it differently. But this is when you can start to get really creative with the pattern. I'm deliberately leaving some out. And then just letting some kind of run down. Anyway, 3 or 4 more rounds, and then we will place the containers. Got the majority done. Made sure I had a good slope away from the house. Got the pots placed. I think they work really nicely with the rest. However, pots have to get filled. So I'm gonna fill them. I need some more plants and some details, so I'm just gonna plant the Hugo today. And then we're going to place some beach pebble in here. And then just know that we'll continue to add different types of rocks throughout the year when they're on sale, or I can find them on Marketplace. But I've got some beach pebble that will come in at the end. So I'm going to start filling buckets of dirt and fill the planters, and we'll see how much energy I have for the rest of the day. Day's work, not so bad. I really love how it frames the house out evenly on both sides now. Hey buddy, how's it going? I was able to fill the pots today, and I got Hugo in. I've got to pick up a couple plants for these 2 pots, but this is a Hugo pine. He will get about 3 to 5 tall and 6 to 10 wide. So I'll probably keep him trimmed to about 6 feet wide. And then I have another on the end there. But I'm super excited. Underestimated how many rocks I would need. So the summer. I will be getting a few more rocks and just gradually adding to the rock garden. I've got a little bit of weed cleanup and a few details, but overall, it happened in one day. Hey guys, wrapping this one up. What a day. I'm exhausted. I'm happy with what we got done today. Obviously there's some more details to come, but not too shabby. So I'm signing off. It's time for a sarsaparilla and a shower and some time by the fire. You guys have a great day. So I planted these up today without you guys, sorry. I just couldn't wait. But added in some color. So that should be nice. It's right towards the end of the night, but I think it's turning out nicely. Lots more ideas already popping up in my head about this area. Won't be bland for long, darlings.